super addicted. Nah, I need to like I need to get a steering wheel because it's like it's too like the joystick. Like I have like really I guess I have like lead thumbs or something. Like I just don't like I can't move the joystick like I don't have any control over the joystick. Like I don't. How do I get out of this?
Frank is currently Frank is currently lamenting his inability to get around the track in the Formula One video game.
Yeah, I'm awful. It's so hard.
He's doing his best Lando Norris impression, I think, at the
I'm
moment.
I'm actually in the Red Bull with the Japanese livery,
Oh, okay.
which is actually pretty cool that they have that. They have all the different livery packages and everything.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Oh, are
Wait,
you like live?
I am live.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll stop. I'll stop going
Wait, is
around the
there
track.
another Duke game tonight? Did I totally sleep on this? Oh my god. There's another Duke game tonight.
Wait, since when do you have back-to-backs?
That's what I'm asking. We have a game. Oh my god. All right, well, after this, I'm going to the gym, and then
Wait, what do you mean? You have another game?
there, we got to stream tonight again. I didn't even realize. We got to stream tonight. It's at 8 o'clock. Son of a gun. And then of course, we'll be live tomorrow for the actual race. Sprint race coming up here from Brazil in just about a minute's time. As the new
Yeah, I'm pulling this up. Go for
icon
it.
there in the upper right, no, sorry, upper left, says, make sure to, oh, that is the incorrect icon. I have to update this icon. Anyway, it's join the Discord. If you want the actual, um, here it is. This is the nicer. There it is. There's the nice blue version of it. Join the Discord if you want to follow along live with the race, as there's our sub watch party going on down there. Breaking news. Well, I suppose it's
Yeah,
no longer
I guess not.
breaking anymore.
Yeah,
But the
soon
big news of
breaking.
the morning. There's two big pieces of news in the morning. Number one, Lewis Hamilton will start from P20, as you see on the live timings there on the left-hand side. Hamilton all the way at the bottom of that timing chart. He was taking an engine penalty anyway. It was going to be a 5-place grid penalty for a new power unit. And but the stewards determined that his rear wing, when opened, was out of compliance, not when closed. So the opened rear wing out of compliance. A beautiful shot of Brazil, actually. My goodness, holy moly! And we're not even on the beach there, but
I was gonna say, I'm sure the beaches just look even better
they look even better.
for other reasons than the sand.
Yes, the searches for the thumbnail were quite good actually for the YouTube. While I was trying to put together the YouTube thumbnail, quite distracting. 24 laps here, 100 kilometers. Which is actually 24 laps is a lot longer than I think it was in Monza. But anyway,
Yeah, but it's because the track is
the
super
track
short.
is so much shorter.
As
Yeah.
we were just putting in 117s on the simulator, it is
No, you had
pretty
a
short.
111.
111. I put it
You
in
had a
111.
111.
Yeah,
What?
but that's also like with ABS and like driving assistance. So yeah, it's a little yeah, it's not that legit.
In any case, the Lewis Hamilton penalty puts Max Verstappen effectively on pole for the sprint race, followed up by Valtteri Bottas, then Sergio Perez, and then Pierre Gasly, the driver we've been having this discussion in the Discord. Basically, probably the best driver that nobody's talked about, and then followed by the two Ferraris, who are probably just going to drive around in circles this morning.
Yep, they're gonna do completely their own thing.
Yeah, and then the two McLarens and the two Alpine, like it's just by teams: two McLarens, two Alpines, two Astons, two Alphas, and then the two Williams and two Haas's. So basically, everything is sort of shaking out as you would presumably expect. The other piece of news is that Max Verstappen has been fined £50,000 for touching the rear wing of Lewis Hamilton's car, which I'm sure is going to set him back a nice watch or something. But
I
anyway.
don't even think that gets you one Richard Mill watch. So
Okay.
I think that gets you maybe just the little hand that moves around.
In any case, it's
But
pounds.
I
It's pounds. It's
am
not dollars, right?
extremely excited to talk about what's happened here
Go for it.
because so this is and big Jack, I also want to touch on what you said in Discord, because he actually talks about, he says that he doesn't think he should have been disqualified. Now, so I have differing viewpoints on this. I was talking to my friend Reed today, and he also sort of agrees that he shouldn't have been disqualified. Now, this is the case in racing, in sailing, in any type of motorsport or any type of race that you're actually racing, whatever you're in, a boat, a car, a truck, anything. There's required specifications that the car has to be in. If you are out of those general specifications, you are 100% going to be disqualified. That is just the nature of the sports.
Yep.
Now, the reason they do that is because it's almost impossible to quantify the actual advantage. For instance, in this case, Red Bull can't really go and say, I'm sure they can be like, oh, Hamilton's making up 0.01 or 0.0 this on this part of the track, which then enables him to go faster and pick up more speed. Right. If they can prove that, then so be it. He should totally be disqualified. But you can't always necessarily prove it. You can't even, sometimes these things that are outside of the actual specifications hurt the car, and that actually makes them slower, and they still get disqualified. It's back to the, are you within the specifications or not? This thing, if where we would actually judge how much of a difference it does, you can't sort of add that into the argument, because then you start getting into not black and white. This is black and white. You are within specification or you're not. You're disqualified if you're not. So I don't, as I said, even though I don't think it's that severe, I don't really know what the effect is, though. That's kind of the problem. If you told me that he made up no time on all the laps and it harmed them, then yeah, probably not. Then I'd be like, yeah, it's fine. But to go through that, you can't really do that. So that's sort of the whole my spiel on the penalty. Now, Max touching the wing, yeah, whatever. That's kind of, he totally should get fined. You can't be touching other people's cars. You don't touch other people's boats. It's the same type of idea. So
Right.
now the fascinating thing is, did Max actually find it
No,
when he
no.
was touching the wings? Why
No,
did he
no.
touch the wings?
No, no. He says that he touched the wing because it's like something that the competitors are. They just like look at each other's cars, and it's like they've just been doing it for a while
I don't know.
now.
Someone could have been like, it was Inspector Max, you know?
No, no, no. Because the problem, the actual infringement
It's not
occurs
there. You can't see it, right?
when the wing is open,
Open, yeah.
and
It's
so
open.
when the car is in parc ferme, the wing is closed, so you can't actually deduce like what would happen here. But you said, well, oh, he can make up points during the sprint race, but he can't because he's disqualified, so he can't actually
Correct.
race, right?
So I don't actually know, and I also haven't listened enough to what the F1 commentators. Is he on the track?
I don't think so. I actually wasn't. We didn't get a good shot of it. Well, I suppose we'll get a shot of the starting grid if there's only 19 cars
Because
on the
the
grid.
problem is, I forget. There's nomenclature that goes with this. I forget if this actually is qualifying. There's a silly, like, is this actually its own race or is this actually qualifying? And
Yeah.
if it's qualifying, then I think he's out
It's
100%.
sprint qualifying, right? Oh, so you're saying he still
Right.
gets to actually sprint qualify, but he just has to start 20th because the
In the
entire
qualifying
Q1
race.
through Q3
Yes.
was wiped out.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
all
God.
depends how they qualify we had this problem actually. Brundle and them talked about this earlier in the year, and they were like, this is why it should be classified as its own race, not part of qualifying, or to actually just have a differentiator so where it's very clear. It's either a race or it's qualifying. And I think that's where it kind of gets confusing here.
But if it was a race, then you would apply race penalties, right?
Correct.
Which would like
So
the
Hamilton
engine
is on the
penalty.
track. Okay, so
Okay.
Hamilton's in the back of the track. So
Oh,
this
he is. He
so
is.
he's the back of this sprint qualifying. Now,
So he
his
can make up
goal here
points.
is to make up as many places as he can,
He's
but
going to be in the top 10
he
by the time
also
this is over.
he
He'll be in
also
the top 10.
still yeah, but he also still has to serve the 5-point grid
Yeah,
penalty
yeah, yeah. So he's going to
tomorrow.
get into the top 10 and then he'll like start 15th or something. Like
That being said, though, all the cars in front of him have absolutely nothing to lose. He has everything to lose. So if I'm Mick, I'm Mazepin, I don't care. I'm racing you. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
For them, it doesn't matter. You might as well go for it.
They
So
almost
I
didn't
mean,
have
it
wings.
also yeah, it's actually kind of, it's not hilarious. I mean, kind of sad and it stinks, but like, yeah, the shipment didn't arrive.
The shipment almost didn't get there. In any case, sprint race here, 24 laps around the circuit. Beautiful circuit, by the way. And 3, 2, and 1. And yes, we have lights out here in Brazil as Verstappen is going to be on pole position, gets a decent start. Bottas actually gets a better one, however. And
Yeah,
he's going to.
Bottas way better.
Bottas way better gets the inside into turn 1. And he's leading. Bottas just takes it away from Verstappen. Actually, as the. Or Sainz moves up. I was going to say, that's a Ferrari in P3. What the heck just happened?
Oh, yeah, Gasly just hit into somebody, right?
I
No,
didn't.
the Ferrari's going to make the move on Checo. He's going to take the outside line.
Oh, and
then the Red
Verstappen
Bull's
gets
gonna
pushed
go in,
way off the
Verstappen
track.
Gets pushed off the track there by Leclerc or Sainz.
Sainz. Goodness, the Ferraris actually did not just go around in a circle. They went for it.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. We were just doing this track. There's almost no space to actually pass anybody on the track. You can almost rarely even go 3 wide on it here. And this is absolutely insane. I'm glad we get to do this again tomorrow.
Yeah, well, 3
they're
wide.
Wheel to wheel Kimi, and I think that's Ocon. Oh, he touches Giovinazzi, and he almost spins out.
Huge lockup there.
Away. That's a big lockup there by I
Alonso.
think that's Alonso.
Yeah, going 3 wide ends you in the grass on this track.
You can't on this track. It's also very fun. I was talking to my friend Reed about this too, and I was like, yeah, you can't actually put 2 cars side by side and like expect to go into a turn.
Hamilton has already made 4 positions as Bottas has stolen pole position, and Carlos Sainz has moved himself up from 5th into 2nd. Jump into
Leclerc's
Discord
going to make the
images
move there
folks.
on Norris as well. The McLarens don't do as well on this track. Gasly
and
really
we have a spin out.
We
have a spin out.
That's Giovinazzi. He's good. That's going to be a green flag, and they'll be able to keep going.
Yes, yeah. Giovinazzi manages to recover it after the spin. Let's see. Verstappen has a shot here on site. Verstappen's going to want P2 back for sure.
Yeah, he's basically, I guess at this point, the strategy wise, if you're if you're Verstappen and if you're Red Bull here, you just want to get 2 back. This is
the 2 alphas like go into each other.
Kimi's on the inside. Yeah, there's no space.
Yeah, that inside is incredibly favored. That was the same sort of racing line that Bottas took around that first turn.
I couldn't hear what Kimi said, but I think he just asked if he was all right. But I mean, there's nothing Kimi can do.
No, actually, Giovinazzi locks up and then is
he's put in a really bad position there. Yep. Yeah, and this is going to be the big. I actually was beating Bottas this time. So Bottas actually. So this is the problem here. This is actually going to be the problem here for Red Bull. Is this is what we're going to see tomorrow? If the Mercedes gets the space in front, Verstappen radio.
Gear sync problem. Okay. Just couldn't get off the line.
The gear is not actually coming in when he needs the gear, which is, if you're racing, is probably one of the worst possible things you could ever ask for. This is the problem. This is kind of a foreshadowing to tomorrow's race. If the Mercedes gets out in front, it's going to stay out in front. Red Bull does not have the pace, in my opinion, I think, at this track right now. There's around like a 0.3 difference in qualifying. It's way too much.
4.
And then here's going to be Hamilton in 14th. He's got Tsunoda and all these other cars in front of him. Yuki is not the easiest to pass. We've actually seen them kind of go head to head a few times recently in these races, and Yuki always puts up a good fight.
Yeah, I want to say it was 2 races ago. I feel like Tsunoda and Hamilton went back, and 2 or 3 races ago went back and forth. Yeah. And here's another fastest lap. We'll see if Bottas manages to beat your time. He does not. So you're still good, Frank, with your 1:11.5.
Yeah, I'm still probably pretty much going there. If you want to see the live pictures, hop into Discord. And we're there. And then Bottas.
Well, Hamilton going wide around the outside.
Really wide. He late braking there, and then he's going to try to take the inside. It actually looked like exactly how I was taking that turn, which is not how you're supposed to take that turn.
Well, he's got to throw a bit of a flyer here.
A lot better than I am
around these cars, though.
And now he's going to try to make the move here on the Romeo. Nope.
So close.
Giovinazzi's going to be able to hold him off, and they are really close.
Verstappen retakes 2nd from Sainz. here as Hamilton has just put in a purple sector one. He's really throwing the hammer down right now. Yeah, they are really. I mean, this track is just really compressed.
It's super yeah, you saw it when we were just going through it on the sim. It's crazy how close together you are, and then this is just an insane start from Botas. Like the speed is just out of nowhere.
Yeah, yeah, he gets a phenomenal jump. I didn't quite see where the Ferrari was able to overtake though.
Just by speed off of the good start that signs here. Oh, this is later. This is
Yeah, oh, he gets them
turn
on the
3 or 4, I think
straightaway,
is when, yeah.
and then he gets the inside and he's able to go around. Yeah, and where Verstappen goes wide here. Yeah.
This is going to be the view from Valtteri's picture. That's where Signs kind of makes his way on the inside of Checo right there. He takes the inside line.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
this
it's
is
actually a
actually going to be,
fantastic start by Sainz. I mean, he just gets a little toe here.
yeah, he got a really good kickoff right there.
Yep.
And he's right there. He's going to take the inside line all the way through. It's really good job there.
So surprising, actually. Fantastic start by the Ferraris. I guess their new power unit really helping them get a
Yeah,
get
I
a
was going
jump.
to say the new power, ever since they've had the new power unit, it's pretty, the car is pretty quick.
The car is pretty quick.
It actually starts to have the straight line speed. It's pretty impressive.
There's also just not a lot of distance into that first turn. Ooh, those two
No.
got really close there. You can see from that camera angle how close to Verstappen and Sainz were. But yeah, Bottas now out in front, being chased by the Red Bull here of Verstappen. Lap
Oh,
times more or less competitive. I think Verstappen had about 2/10 on Bottas on that last lap. So
Verstappen passed signs and they didn't show it.
yeah. That was about 2 laps ago though.
Yeah.
As
But then this is up to Checo to pass him there. Yeah, they're just talking about this, and we kind of slightly mentioned it. Poor Gasly just kind of had a really awful start. I kind of want to see if they can show a picture of just his start to actually understand what
you thought
happened.
there was
But
contact. I didn't see it. I
I
didn't see it.
thought somebody hit somebody in the back. I thought there was contact in the pack behind like
Mm.
Signs and everybody else. We'd have to see it again. And here's Lewis in 12th here is going to be going up against Alonso. We've seen these two go at it
Yeah,
before,
is it
and
Hungary?
Alonso does not care.
Yep. We saw it in Hungary, and you're right.
It was Hungary. Yeah, that was the track, Hungary. That track is very fun to drive. And so it looks like most of the passing is going to just go on the first straightaway and the second once they come out of that turn,
There
right? I
are
feel
two
like those are
DRS
the two.
zones.
I feel like coming right here into this turn you can pass, and then into the second one where Signs made the pass
Yep.
before. Yeah, there's no space on these turn. I mean, 2 cars, that's it.
About 2 seconds is the interval between Verstappen and Bottas currently.
I don't think they're going to push that. I think at this point, the Red Bull needs to stay where it is and
Kind
move
of
the
happy to take
Perez Red
second and
Bull
just call it
second
there.
and third and call it there. Yeah, I think that's probably the idea that they're going to want to do.
Well, they can't rely on Hamilton to not fight his way back into the
You
top
can
10.
I would expect Hamilton to finish this top 5 tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
This is the
Perez now only
picture
about,
of the Perez. Yeah,
yeah, he's only about 6/10 behind Sainz right now. Probably
Checo coming
thinking,
off a pretty good performance there in his hometown. Signs is struggling with tires only after 8.
8 laps.
What tires did they put on the car?
They're on softs actually, which is the same tires that Mercedes is
Which
on.
is the
Mercedes
same
is on
ones as the
softs.
Benz is on. But that's kind of crazy if the tire, that means yeah, you have to
But
start on mediums tomorrow
Red
then.
Red Bull on the mediums right now. And
Hamilton passed Alonso.
actually, Ferrari's gone with a bizarre strategy. They've put Sainz on softs, but Leclerc is on mediums, so they're trying out different tires there.
Here's going to be the Lewis pass here on Alonso. Just more top speed.
Yeah. This
You
is
can actually
your
see, you can
straightaway
see
where you can finish.
you can see the The mirrors, see how much they flex on that straightaway. It's pretty crazy, actually.
But there's your pass along the main straight, the start finish straight, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that seems legit right there. The interval between second and third, actually, Sainz has fallen way back. He's 7 seconds behind Verstappen now after Verstappen took his second place spot back. Verstappen about 1.8 seconds to Bottas, who's currently in first in that lead.
I'm
Seems to be
wondering how
holding.
much he's going to be able to make up. Is he going to be able to like?
Oh, we have a
Oh,
McLaren making
Norris
it
on the
inside.
inside. Is he going to be able to do it on his old teammate? Or not
No,
old teammate?
no,
Sorry, wrong one.
wrong
Yeah,
one.
it's Leclerc. And then, but they're still going to be fighting through it. I think that kind of stumbled Leclerc. He's going to be able
Oh,
to get him and
Leclerc
attack him on this
wiggles
one here.
inside.
He moves over to the left. He's going to be able to take the outside, and I think he's going to get him. Yeah,
He is.
nice job there. Nice move there by Lando.
Leclerc just gave it to him though. He kind of like wiggled and then moved out of the way.
Yeah, but he's got no option. I mean, the problem is there. Lando's carrying 5 to 10 miles an hour more speed. He has no choice. If uh, he's going to pass him, you have to give him the space.
Yeah. Hamilton up now into 11th, which is effectively 16th. Remember, he will take still has the 5 point penalty for the engine. Um,
So the thing is that this is kind of a preview into the race tomorrow. Hamilton's moving up, but then if you look at the live race map, he's like pretty far behind everybody else.
he
Like
is, and
he's like still basically a half lap behind Bottas and Verstappen basically at this point, right? So it's pretty interesting. Like, yes, he's moving up, but the actual gap is way more. And then here's going to be the Ferrari still in front of the Red Bull here.
well, the other thing, Fran, is if you look at the live splits, the Verstappen there putting in a fastest lap of
Yeah, he just dropped one.
112.1, but Hamilton's last lap was 113.5 because he stuck back in the pack.
He's
So
stuck.
it's a
Yeah.
second and a half.
And
Uh,
that's gonna be the problem for Mercedes tomorrow because when they're doing the pit stops, they're gonna be losing basically a second to second two every lap on the leaders, right?
mhm.
So you're getting pushed back further and further. I think the big next move here, Hamilton obviously moving up, and then it's gonna be the Checo pass. I think everybody else is gonna probably maintain their status quo.
Yeah, you're probably right here. I think Red Bull is going to want to make an aggressive move with Perez on Sainz within the next few laps. Lap 11 of 24 here
Also
at
have
the
to
moment.
remember Perez is on the medium, Sainz is on the soft. So eventually in 10, 15 laps, it should still sway to the Red Bull advantage. I don't think he's gonna be able to make the pass here. I think he's got to get even closer. I think we've been seeing the passes happen at point 3, point 2. He's gonna maybe try to take the inside. Hamilton's not gonna be able to do it on this one either.
No, there's too much gap here to Ricardo, who's he's gonna be racing pretty hard. I mean, he doesn't want, he's not one to get himself past easily. So
Verstappen's within 1.2 of Bottas.
yeah,
He's
actually,
cut it
that
down
it's
actually
come way
a
down, right?
lot. Yeah, he's cut it down a lot.
Last time we checked in on it was about lap
And,
6. It was
and with
1.8.
how it worked out, does he really actually want to start in first?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right? Like, I don't know. Having the inside line there is actually kind of,
I think,
I'm not gonna
well,
say it's more beneficial, but it's pretty nice
I think he'd want a really good launch and then
to
scoot
cut in
over.
front of
Yep.
the, yeah,
Yep.
I think that's the ideal start.
Exactly. But the other thing is, remember that this race awards points, so
Correct. Only the top
top 3.
three, right?
Hmm.
So that's why you almost want Checo in the top three as well. For the constructor. Here's going to be the move. He's going to try to go inside. I don't think he's going to make it. Yeah, he's not.
And actually, there's
Far
only
away.
1 point of difference in the constructors, by the way, between Red Bull and Mercedes right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
What? I
It's
always
wild.
thought about this. What if you win? What if like the one that wins the constructors is not the one that wins the driving championship? Does that
It
mean
could
two
be.
teams celebrate?
Yeah, I guess so.
Right? Like, what do you like? There's two winners, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it can happen.
It's
For
kind of
sure it can
funny.
happen. I mean, basically,
I don't
Verstappen,
think. I wonder when the last time that actually happened is.
because you could essentially have had Verstappen win the individual one, but like
Right.
Mercedes won the constructor, right? So Yeah, but still around 1.4 seconds, the gap between first and second right now. That's Bottas to Verstappen as we've hit halfway through this sprint qualifying race. So if you throw in qualifying, sprint qualifying race, you get it all in one.
Sprint qualifying race. There you go. And it's everything.
It's everything. It looks like Hamilton is
Oh,
about
is
to
he
make his
gonna do the
move.
Ricardo move? He's really on him.
Oh, they're trying to go flat out
Oh, they're
speed, and
gonna
he's gonna
go.
get it.
He's gonna have the inside line. Yeah, he's got it.
Yep. All right. As Lewis is gonna now try to power down here.
Yep, he's next on these next
We
ones.
said he was gonna finish in the top 10 in this thing, and here we are. So like,
Yeah, 100%. And then he's gonna be sent back 5 more spots tomorrow.
but it doesn't matter. But that was the whole point, was that you
Yeah.
finish in the top 10, and then you're basically, because you started in 20th, you make up 5 positions here, you make up another 5 tomorrow, and there were 5, tomorrow in the race at least, and then
Yeah,
you're
but this
in
make
the
him
points.
making up this time, he is
I mean, he's
almost a
gonna,
half lap behind the
yeah, but he's
leaders.
gonna get Vettel. He's gonna get Vettel here. Uh, yeah, he's almost. You're saying he's almost a half. He's about a. I'd say maybe a third of a lap behind the leaders, actually.
It's
I mean,
significant
you look you
though.
look at the
Like
you look
when
at
you
the
look
live
at
map
the
going around, and it's Verstappen and Bottas doing their own thing, and then like I don't know, Science is on like a different part of the track. Like it's just
yeah,
not even.
everybody else, yeah, I mean, at a certain point, Mazepin is going to be like, can we end the sprint race? I don't want to get lapped on this thing.
Yeah,
Like that's going to be too embarrassing. 24 laps it only took.
well, it's a third of the race. If well, it's a
Yeah, it
bit
is.
bit over a
It's
third
a
of the race,
little
bit
bit of
under a
a
third of the
third.
race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Gasly gap, even to Leclerc, I don't even think he's going to be able to make a move. There's not many. I'm still surprised Checo hasn't gotten anything on signs.
Yeah, that's still about a second, right? So maybe Red Bull's just sort of biding its time to make its move.
Yeah, I'm
They
kind
have
of confused. The Verstappen to Bottas is close to a second. He's going to have DRS in certain sections now.
he
So
is.
that's actually getting a lot closer than I had anticipated. I thought they were just kind of leave that. We'll see what actually happens
And
with
here
that
is your
though.
DRS as you come around to turn one here through the start finish line. It gets really close because now it's half a
Yeah,
second.
really close actually.
But this is
He
the
just
same
made up a
problem.
full second.
What we see, we saw 2 races ago, right?
Oh,
Where
Bottas is on softs.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's the thing then.
We saw in Austin how easy it was to get close, but how
Hamilton's
difficult it
gonna
was
make the
to
move here on
pass,
Vettel.
right?
Yeah,
That was like the when Perez was trying. Oh, I know it was in Mexico when Perez was trying to pass Hamilton. Like he could get close, but he couldn't pass him. Yeah, I would think that Red Bull's going to go for this. I don't
yeah,
see
I
why
see
not.
why not, right?
Yeah, you get an extra
If it's
point.
safe enough,
May
why
as
not?
well. You have the tire advantage right
No,
now.
I mean, if I'm Hamilton, I'm passing Bottas a few hundred K and, give him a nudge. But
And here's the
that
DRS
isn't much
opening
sporting. Yeah,
again.
here, this is where he opens and he's going to be able to maybe pick up some speed. I don't think he gets close enough though. I think the Mercedes straight line speed is still much better. That's
It's
where Lewis really hasn't. The only thing Lewis has just been passing people by going in a straight line faster
by
than
just
them.
being
Like
faster. Yeah.
by having a faster car. He hasn't really passed
Yes.
anybody anywhere else. He's going to
Here's
do
another
it
one.
again here. He's just faster than the Alpine straight line speed. So
Yep. Yep. So he's now in eighth. So realistically, and then Gasly's like right in front of him. So that seems like a likely seventh right now. My guess is he will pass Gasly.
yeah, I
Uh,
think he's going to pass Gasly 100%.
Now then, the question is, does he have the
Here's Verstappen's radio.
Ferraris? It's a bit more of a gap to the Ferraris. I think so. Realistically, in the next 6 laps, I think we see Hamilton move up into seventh, and that's probably where he finishes, which would put him down into 12th.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the gap from the Leclerc to Gasly. It's too much, I think, to make up
Yeah.
for him to even pass Leclerc or like catch
Oh,
Leclerc.
Verstappen thought about it. Verstappen
Yeah,
thought
next
about
lap,
it.
next lap,
Next
next
lap.
lap.
Yep. Uh-huh. Now
Or
this
he
is going to
just
get
needs to
really
at least
interesting.
get closer. He just needs to put in a few good laps. That's basically what Horner was saying. Just get him close enough, and then you can basically. He's been able to make up on DRS every single time on the straightaway. If he just takes that advantage, do what Hamilton's been doing, I think he'll be able to pass him.
And
And then here
there's
it's
the
going to be the
pass.
same thing. He's just going to pass him. He has the speed. I feel like that's weird. It's
What?
almost like too easy. If you just have the faster car,
I mean,
because with DRS,
yes.
I mean, right? I hope it's not like that next year. I hope it's a little harder.
Yeah, he just
Because
has
it seems
to.
like we've seen this a lot in other tracks, but like it's kind of weird when like, hey, I'm just gonna get really close to this other car, and then I get to the straightaway, and my car is just faster, and I'm gonna press the button that makes it go faster, and I'm gonna
I'm gonna
pass you.
press the button that makes it go fast.
So like, I don't know. I've always thought there are differing views on DRS, and some people have different opinions
Ooh,
of
a
them.
little wide. A little wide by Bottas
I
there.
think it's pretty. I like having DRS, but I do think it's kind of weird. Like on some tracks, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna get close, press the button, pass you, and that was a max mistake. I think that dropped him back half second, made him lose a
Yeah,
half second
it
here.
was. He did no DRS active on this go around here, so now he's got 6 laps to go.
And this is where Signs is eventually going to round the corner. I think
Eventually gonna come around the corner.
somewhere there he is,
Seconds later, Carlos Sainz shows up. There you go. Here's
saying
the
his
rest of them.
tires are going.
Curious then with what Bottas's tires are doing too, because
I
especially with
am
how
too.
fast
Yeah,
they're pushing that Mercedes right now.
it can't be that bad though. I feel like the soft should be able to go 24 minutes, but I could be completely wrong. 24 minutes, 24
24
laps. I could
laps.
be completely wrong though.
You would think.
See, Hamilton's still 22 seconds behind. So if
Yeah,
you
it's a third
started
of a
doing
lap.
pits and stuff, nah, he's within the pit range to like where you could overtake and under. Yeah, he's there actually. It's going to be very interesting tomorrow.
Yeah, it's usually around 20 to 25 seconds is your window, assuming you have a very good, assuming you have a very good pit stop. A little bit of banking there around that first turn.
Yeah, the
Uh,
first turn's really cool. There's an inside picture that they've shown a few times. It's beautiful. It's a really cool turn to show it in. And yeah, Verstappen here just not actually getting closer to Bottas. Either Bottas woke up, he found new life in the tires, or Verstappen fell asleep, or something happened. So
yeah, we actually haven't had any radio communication from Bottas, so not exactly
yeah, he's
sure.
literally been radio silent the entire time on the broadcast. So
I like the little grassy area there in the middle of the track with all the trees. I feel like there's like a swamp that like an alligator is gonna crawl out of.
I feel like this entire thing and an alligator could cross the road.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be wild.
Yeah, not for the guy who hits it.
What stopped the
Alligator
race?
versus F1 car.
Alligator. Yeah, that would be wild. All
I
right,
probably
Perez.
would say the alligator wins. Here's Perez. Yeah, same kind of idea. His tires are going to be hurting at the end of it, and he's already been kind of complaining about it. So Checo is eventually going to need to get it there. He gets the come on basically on the radio.
It's the gap's point 0.7. Like he's got DRS. He should
He's
be
it's
able to
been
do this.
0.7 for so long.
He should just be able to charge the battery and throw it down here, especially going into the first here. They're coming around the start finish. Let's see if he
He
tries to make a
doesn't make
move.
up that much as
He's
no,
gonna
he's
go
still
in
too
now. He's going on the
far.
inside. Oh,
He's
he's
still too
close.
far.
Close though. Close though. Close.
Way too far.
I mean, he was 3/10 of a
It's
second
close,
off.
but it's too far.
He's
Yeah.
gonna try it again
He
here.
he needs to be within half second to be able to make it. You can't do it here either. He's just no. Yeah.
Yeah, the gap between Verstappen and Bottas now just hovering on either edge of that 1 second line to try to pick up DRS as Hamilton actually
This is
has caught
actually Charles.
Leclerc. Yeah, he actually did catch
Yeah,
Leclerc,
he
so
he passed Leclerc. Now
that's
next
insane.
is Norris in 2 seconds. Yeah, that's insane.
That's insane. There was a 4 second gap, and he just
Yeah, but
made
this is the
up
same
all of
thing,
it.
right? Yeah. Straightaway DRS. Ah, it's inside move. Nice late break. Ooh. Ah, that was a good pass. Nice job.
Wow, that is actually crazy. I didn't think there was. I thought there was
That was a
too
good
much of a
pass.
gap.
Yeah, now if he passes Norris, I'd be extremely like, I would be really lost if he did that too.
Well, he's got 1.4, 1.7 actually.
Yeah, Valtteri's still extending the gap here. He's actually doing really well taking care of the tires and not, I guess, running into the same problem Sainz has because he hasn't complained. He hasn't said anything. It seems to be doing pretty well.
He does, as you see that there's a bit of rain there off in the distance.
Yeah,
Could be a factor tomorrow. Of course, it is Brazil, so
getting a little wobbly.
a little bit. Although it's been more or less a clean race aside from
The
the
first 2 laps of craziness.
yeah, the craziness in the first two. Yeah.
Here's, yeah, the Perez keeps it there, but he just can't get it. He just can't get that extra gap. Like still here, it's too far away. Yeah,
He is too far away. It's just curious that like
just too
Science was
far.
Science was doing so well and put himself into second and then just like disappeared. He just like gave it up and he's like, all right, well, I guess I'll let Verstappen go. And now he's basically fighting to keep himself in that position.
Oh, those dark clouds behind the stands is actually pretty crazy. It looks
Yeah.
like it's about to. It must be like one side of it's sunlight here, and the other side is
Would it be crazy if in the middle of the race everybody switched
started
into
raining. Oh my
wets
god.
and then it went away?
Yeah, he's still 0.5 seconds. Maybe if he can keep this gap at 0.5, then maybe he gets it back on the straightaway with DRS. But still, he's got to keep it under 0.5. He's had the 0.7 gap, and it's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of same thing with Max. He's kind of running out of time to be able to do anything here.
Yeah, just two
Under a
laps to go
second.
here.
Yeah, he's got to have the full charge batteries for this one, but if it's still, I'm not sure if he's actually going to be able to make close enough. And then
Let's
Checo's
see.
still, once again, that's still same gap. You can't get close to him.
Perez is going to make a charge.
What a really good job by Carlos here by holding him off. This is not easy. This is
And then,
Hamilton on Lando.
yeah, he definitely wants it, but doesn't
Doesn't
quite get it
Gonna
there.
probably get him on the next straightaway. Most likely, I would say.
Come on, Lando.
Yeah, hold it off, Lando. You can do it. Ah, he's no way. He's way too close. He's gonna get him on the final lap.
I think so. I think
Yeah,
so.
100%.
And
He's
here
gonna
we
get
have
him on the
final lap.
straightaway. He just has the faster. He just has the. He's got the gap, or he has the speed.
He's got the DRS, but Lando
Yeah, he
does
does.
not.
It's gonna be super close.
Hamilton makes it. Yeah, he pulls into the inside and does pass.
Yeah, he makes the move. That was a
Incredible.
really good move
Whew.
there. I have to say, carried enough speed. Lando does not have any of that speed to be able to carry through.
Perez with DRS. Can he make a move now?
This is the final chance to be able to make a move, and I don't think he's going to. So Lewis will most likely start 10th.
10th.
Yep.
That's, yeah. And I mean, you got to say he looks good. He's got the race pace, man.
Yeah,
He's
I
in a
mean the
good spot.
car is super fast.
Car's very
Car's
fast.
incredibly
Very
fast.
fast.
And then
And
Bottas here is going to take pole. for the Grand Prix tomorrow in Brazil. He'll take it. Max is going to start second. Sainz is going to be in third. Max picks up a few points for the championship. So does Bottas. Perez, unfortunately, not able to actually cut the gap and pick up third place either. It's going to be about a 30 seconds until we ever actually see the third place cars
Yeah.
come.
Ah.
It's going to be waving that checker flag for a pretty long time. Hamilton, Norris, Leclerc, really unfortunate for Gasly. Started fourth, ends up in eighth starting. It's really tough.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Because that one, I was looking forward to seeing Gasly do well here, and it looks like he drops down four positions. But yeah, what a drive by Lewis Hamilton, who goes all the way from 20th to 5th. Kind of to your point earlier in the Discord, he can make up all these positions here in in quali. He would have had to do that in the race effectively, right? If we didn't have the sprint. So
And there's the Valtteri radio. That's actually basically basically saying he had no tires left at the end of that.
well,
If it's any
that's
longer, he probably would have been done.
so that's
It
something
was a
to
good
keep
drive for him. Yeah,
keep
I
in the
mean,
notebook
overall, you
then.
look at the if you look at the overall of the sprint, I would say advantage Mercedes, or it benefited Mercedes more than it did Red Bull.
Sure did. It sure did. But let's put a bookmark in just a note in the book here that the soft tires around looks like 24 laps is kind of what you get out of them. Maybe a little bit more, besides based on what Votas would say. So maybe somewhere in the range of 24 to 30 for those starting on softs, or people are just going to start on mediums, and then we're going to have to essentially go 30 35 laps. In which case, you almost get a two-stopper out of this. So is what you try to do. Or no,
Yep.
sorry, no, you can actually get a one stopper rather if you try to swap around like, if you try to go all the way to 34, 35. It would be close.
Yeah,
But
I agree. We'll see how it goes, and we'll catch you all back here tomorrow at 12 Eastern.
yes, that is actually right. So there we go. All right, it's Bottas in front. He'll start at the front of the grid tomorrow. Maybe Verstappen doesn't touch the rear wing for Mercedes
Yeah.
this point to avoid another 50,000 pound fine. And it looks like he just walked straight away. So I don't think there's no more fine there. All right, thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Cheers.